Hello, everyone. This isn't going to be like an official JG Daily. This is just something I wanted to talk about, and this will also help explain the format of this show for those of you who are confused. Um, Basically, I'm just gonna be doing a little video blog thing. Um, the reason I'm doing this right now, as opposed to when I said I'd start talking about it in better detail next week, which I still will, I went and saw Jurassic Park in 3D today, and I felt like talking about it. So, I have seen Jurassic Park a few times. It had been a while since the last time I saw it. Probably a few years. So, when I heard it was coming back in 3D, of course I'm like, all right, that should be interesting. I mean, I'm not a big fan of 3D, as a lot of people aren't, but it's the big thing right now. And apparently, we're getting a new Jurassic Park movie. I think it's next year, maybe. It should be interesting, as long as it has Jeff Goldblum. But I'll get to that in a second. So yeah, I went and saw it today, and it still holds up. It's very good. Something I wanted to mention was I think a lot of people consider it to be a scary movie. Well, not like a horror film kind of scary, but more of just just jump scares, that kind of stuff. But really, it's not. I think a lot of people have overbuilt how scary it really is. Um, and that's not a bad thing because it makes you more excited and it does tense you up, which does make the jump scares work. But there were a lot of points where I'm like, oh no, this is that part. And then not saying it was disappointing, but it wasn't as bad as I had remembered it being. Um, what else? The music is still phenomenal. Every time I hear that theme, it just sends chills up my spine. It's like, yes, it's Jurassic Park. Dun 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 dun. All of that. It's just really, whew. Um, as I said, Jeff Goldblum. He is he's something else. He's not a bad actor. He's just an interesting one, like Christopher Walken. They're both interesting actors. They're just having fun, and you're having fun watching them have fun. Um, but just the way he acts in the whole that that's chaos theory. That line gets me every time. The CGI. That's what I wanted to bring up. The CGI. I'm not a big fan of CGI. I think it's way overused, and I think it's just an excuse for filmmakers to be lazy these days. Um, the CGI, I always said the CGI of Jurassic Park was the best realistic looking CGI I'd ever seen. I still agree with that after seeing this today. There are some parts where it's like, yeah, that looks a little spotty, but everything else, like the Tyrannosaurus Rex, whoa, all of that just looks so realistic, and it's crazy to think that this was made in 1993, yet the CGI today looks more like a video game cutscene. Um, so the CGI just still blows me away. Just the scope of it, just the size of the movie is so awesome. um, yeah, the only thing that I think makes this movie seem dated is there are some parts where they're like, "Oh, look at these computers we've got." I think there's one line. What is it? They're in their Jeep the first time, and the little girl goes, "Look, it's CD-ROM technology, and it's an interactive CD-ROM, and it'll tell us what we click on," or something like that. And it's yay, CD-ROMs. But and also they've got like Apple not saying Apple's dated, but like you can tell the computers are old. They're the old donk kind of computers, which to me I love it. I love looking at all those old things. I like how they make fun. It's not making fun of Disney, but more of just like, I guess in a way it's sort of satire. Like when they get in the thing and it closes on them, and how it's like, oh, you can't get out. You can't get out of here, and they're just like, boom, oh, we're gonna get out of here now. And what's the line? It's like when everything breaks down in the park. Spoiler alert. The Hammond is like, it's just like Disneyland. In 1956, everything broke down. Nothing was working. And Jeff Goldblum goes, yes, but when Pirates of the Caribbean breaks down, the pirates aren't gonna eat you. Oh man, just there's a lot of quotable lines in this movie, like hold on to your butts and stuff like that. Just yeah, and I noticed a lot of different things. Like I noticed there was a lot of stuff that they used in the Universal Studios, which I won't get into Jurassic Park at Universal Studios. That's another topic, but if you've never seen Jurassic Park, I highly recommend it. There's just one problem I had with the movie though. The trailers they showed were all except for Superman, which looks cool. It was all kids films, and they weren't really that enjoyable. I was sitting there and I was just like, why are they showing this before Jurassic Park? What kind of parent would bring their child to Jurassic Park? I know I mentioned it's not really that scary. That's coming from 17-year-old me, not 5-year-old me. 5-year-old me would be screaming and crying. But, so, do I recommend this for kids? Half of it. I recommend the first half before everything starts going crazy. I recommend that for children because they will just be amazed by all the dinosaurs and stuff. Otherwise, if you've never seen the film, definitely go see it. And if you have seen it, no matter how many times you've seen it, just do yourself a favor and go to see it. It's what I'm starting to consider a timeless classic. It holds up so well. The CGI is phenomenal. Sure, there are a few parts that look a little dated, but other than that, it's well worth your time. And I might even go see it again because it was Jurassic Park and it's a classic. Okay, later days.